Alright, there go Da. There go y'all outside. Let me see something. That look like it laid out, ain't it?
Yeah, you good, huh?
Take it to the truth.
Yeah, turn the phone back.
Yeah, you deserve it.
When it first come on, right here, next time.
All right, yeah, hey, Shalom, with the brothers of Great Millstone, Church of Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Yeah, that's the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit in the ancient Hebrew tongue. I also want to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much due honors and respect to the sincere brethren out there that's laboring in his work, as well as you believers, which will be you Akim and the Aqua, the brothers and the sisters that subscribe to this truth as well. So yeah, this sitting right here is going to be centered around pretty much this truth, man. And the fact that this truth has begun to take root here on the planet Earth in the form of a light, a great light that shed, light in the fact that it exposes the things that's done in the dark, man. And when you consider these elites, they're not concerned about these different groups, these different organizations, whether it's in the form of the black consciousness community or some crazy shit, the Moors or Islam, or some political party. That's not what make the elites of Esau lose sleep. You know what causes these devils to lose sleep? The fact that we are bringing out this truth, man. Okay? We are pretty much meddling in the affairs of these devils, man.
That's it.
Right.
We pretty much that detective, that's cop that's snooping
Private
around.
eye.
Yeah. If you ever watched the movie, is that The Fugitive with that guy Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, that's it.
And he was a super cop, man. He'll go in the room and you'll think that you was got away, and he'll say, hold up, something ain't right. His instincts will kick in, he'll go and he'll look in the damn closet, and there you are, man. Well, that's the spirit that the Lord has put on us, man. We coming in the spirit of meddling in the affairs of Esau, man. Okay? We pretty much disrupting the plans and the agenda of these wicked elites. Because when you go into, what's the main objective to these devils' plans? To insert that chip, man.
That's right.
That's the bridge to the New World Order. Okay? To have all the inhabitants of the planet Earth chip. But guess what? Starting with the apostles, making videos, being diligent, highlighting and spotlighting the fact that the microchip is the mark of the beast spoken of in Revelation 13 chapter. Guess what? These devils had to go back, redraw up the plan. Like, oh shit. Hey, look, man, these devils were trying to insert that chip back in 2017, late 2016, 2017. What you think the main catalyst for them not bringing that chip out? Because we caught them with their hand in the cookie jar, man. Okay? Matter of fact, somebody get real quick Luke 8 and 17 and hold, you got that? And somebody hold Zechariah 1 and 12 on deck as well, man. All right? Go ahead. That's it? Mm-hmm. And get somebody get 2nd Ezra 6 and start at 27. Go ahead.
God, Luke 8 and 17, it says, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest.
Right, nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, man. And the Lord is using us to pretty much expose the things that's been done in the dark.
Yep.
You see? Read.
Said, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
And that's the time we in. We're in the time where truth is having its place on the planet Earth, man. You have these devils and their witchcraft and they treacherous approach in the form of deception, that shroud of secrecy and darkness and deception. You know, that was the vibration that reigned over the planet Earth, man. Now, hey, this is monumental. The fact that truth is having its place on the planet Earth. And the Lord is using us, okay? And we're going to show you through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemel Shah, that these different camps is nothing more than candlesticks. You know, places where the light is held. Yeah, go ahead.
Got it. Precept. It's the book of John 3 and 19. And this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world.
Yep, light have come into the world, man. A world of darkness. Matter of fact, hold that and let's get Isaiah the 60th chapter. Let's get that real quick. Isaiah 60 and 1, man.
Right.
You know?
This is Isaiah 60 and 1. Arise and shine, for thy light is come.
Oh, arise and shine, for thy light is come. And what is that light? This word. See what I'm saying? Yep, go ahead, read.
And the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Right, and the glory of the Lord is this knowledge. Go ahead, read.
Isaiah 60 and 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
Right, the darkness shall cover the earth. That's the vibration of Esau. When you read Psalms, the 37th chapter,
Right.
it tells you how Esau is compared to that great green bay tree, and that tree shadows over the world.
Yep.
So everybody's under the vibration of the so-called white man. You know, that's why you got, for an example, just a simple example. You know, when you consider these Arabs, you know, they women is walking around with damn tights. You know what I mean? They might have their hair wrapped, but they got on tights. Why? Because they are under the vibration of the so-called white man. They're drunken off the wine and the philosophies, the ideology of the so-called white man. That's a form of that shadow, you know, covering the entire planet Earth. Go ahead, Al.
Reading on Isaiah 60 and 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Right, go ahead.
But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Verse 3, and the Gentiles shall come to the light.
See, it shall come into the light. Go ahead.
And the kings of the brightness of thy rising. Rising.
All right, so yeah, now let's go. Get what you got real quick, and we go back.
This
Somebody hold 1 Thessalonians 5.
Ecclesiastes chapter 24 and verse 27. He maketh the doctrine of knowledge appear as the light.
Right. So this doctrine appears as light. This doctrine in itself, by default, exposes the things that's done in the dark, man. You know, we have exposed Cesare Borgia.
Right.
That was a stronghold that was on the minds of Israel, man.
That's
And
right.
especially the northern tribes. And you got the nerve to say the northern tribes ain't Israelites, man.
Oh, man.
They show so much reverence to Cesare Borgia. That's why Yahweh Shemel Shah sent those series of earthquakes down to Puerto Rico, man.
Right.
You know? Go ahead.
Continuing on, and as Geon in the time of vintage. And I got that word Geon queued up.
Go ahead.
The definition is a noun. It reads physics, a hypothetical electromagnetic or gravitational wave held together in a confined region by the gravitational attraction of its own field energy.
Right, and that's what's happening too. Everybody being gathered in, you know, those who are destined to see the salvation of the Lord. Read.
That's right. Continuing on, it says psychology, any of a group of geometric forms capable of being recognized as a component of a real object.
Yes, see that? Yeah, it's that. Yep.
So we are that geon, man, and he's letting it shine down as that light, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, that's heavy, man. We pretty much the lamps.
That's it.
We are the candlesticks. When you read Matthew the 25th chapter,
That's right.
those virgins,
That's it.
some who had no oil in their lamp versus those who had oil in their lamp. Lamp is a vessel that produces light, you know, and without the oil, you can't shine. And it's a method to why we are called the lamps, because we were set up to shed light on the darkness. Matter of fact, give me Zephaniah 1 and 12 real quick.
Okay. This is Zephaniah, chapter 1 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
It reads, "And it shall come to pass at that time that I will fill Jerusalem with candles,"
See, the Lord says he's going to fill Jerusalem with candles, man.
which it goes into the translation lamps.
With lamps. Now, a lamp or a candle is where the light is held. So that's pretty much these camps. Matter of fact, give me Revelation. What's that? Revelation 1. Give me that where it says it talk going to the seven candlesticks. And give me the blue letter on that. Let's get that real quick in the blue letter. The 7 candlesticks. All right. So right now, Esau is being this man is being antagonized, scrutinized. The Inquisition, which that's bad right there. Of your how about you outside is rested upon Esau.
That's right.
This man is being scrutinized. He's been evaluated. He's been diagnosed. We thoroughly overlooking this man. We're looking at his history. We're taking a glimpse into his past credit history report, if you will, his jacket, and we have come to the conclusion, hold up, you the devil, man. You the devil that the Bible speaks of. And that's why the so-called white man, his reaction is to demonize us and to justify coming after us in effort to silence us. Because what happens when you sleep? When somebody turn on the light, your first instinct is to catch a fucking attitude, man. If you don't say, turn off that fucking light, you know, you're gonna lose it. You might jump up, you know, throw the pillow at a motherfucker, you know what I mean? Why? Because you was in that state of ease. And that light was set up to break up the party, man. Or just like a club. What happens in the club, in that den of iniquity? When if there's a raid in the club, or if it's time to shut the club down, or roughly, what happens? They turn the light on. Not even a gun can break it up. But what breaks it up? The light.
That's it.
You meddling kids. That's the and that's the spirit right there, man.
That's it.
I got
Okay, hold up, real quick. Give me that Revelation first.
All right, Con, this is the book of Revelations 1 and 20. The mystery of the 7 stars, which thou seest in my right hand, and the 7 golden candlesticks.
And the golden candlesticks, okay, when you consider a candlestick, the modern sense of the word of a candlestick is a lamp. This lamp behind us will be a candlestick. Why? Because that's where the light is held. Okay? So the Lord said he's going to show you the mystery of the stars that's in his hand and the 7 candlesticks.
Right.
All right? That word 7 goes into completion.
Right.
Okay? So go ahead.
It says the 7 stars of the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 candlesticks which thou sawest are the 7 churches.
The 7 candlesticks is what? The churches, right? Now look up that word churches up.
Beautiful.
You meddling kids.
Yeah, you meddling kids, man. That's really the driving force behind Esau and them demonizing us. They're like, you meddling kids. Because when you really go into it, the other nations, they always complained against Esau. Iran, you know, the so-called Arabs.
Right.
They never just sit back and took it light. Esau putting the foot in there. They always complain. They even go as far as calling Esau the devil.
Right.
The great Satan, get out of our land. And Esau gave no credence to that shit. But now all of a sudden we have woken up and complaining. Esau's like, man, fuck that, man. These the guys that's really throwing a monkey wrench, if you will, in our plans. All right, so come on, give me that definition for church.
Yeah.
Which the churches is what? The candlesticks, right? Where the light is held. Go ahead,
Strong's G, 1577, it says the gathering of citizens called out from their homes.
Oh, the churches or the candlesticks is the gathering of citizens called out from their homes. What the word called out mean? Church. We was called out. Okay, go ahead.
It says an assembly of the people convened at the public place or of the council of purpose of deliberating,
Uh-huh.
it says the assembly of the Israelites.
Oh, the assembly of the Israelites. Meaning out here in these camps, you know, throughout the landscape of America, also known as Babylon the Great, near and far for that matter, throughout the world, you have camps spread out there, man. Okay? That's the assembly of the Israelites, which again, this translates to what? The churches, or the candlesticks. See, go ahead.
I got the precept go with it.
Yep, get the precept, then we go back to that definition. Go ahead.
Yeah, because this book of St. Matthew 5 verse 15, neither do a man light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick and giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Right. Woo! And that's talking about the house of Israel. You know? So that light is set on a candlestick and it gives light, meaning what? This understanding, this knowledge. You know? The Geon. Which that candlestick is symbolic to the church. Again, that's where the light is held. These various camps, it's the candlesticks. That's why when you read, and we didn't read that, we might have to go back and read it, where the scriptures say, and I saw the image, one lichen in the midst of the seven candlesticks. See? Come on now. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, coming back to this definition, it says any gathering or throng of men assembled by chance tumultuously.
Yep, see that? Go ahead.
It says in a Christian sense, a assembly of Christians gathered for worship in a religious meeting, a company of Christians or of those who hoping for eternal salvation through Yahweh Shai Mashiach, observe their own religious rites.
Yep.
Hold their own righteous meetings.
Right, that's what we do. We hold our own righteous meetings. This is a gathering, you know, in the overtone of this gathering is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
The believers, the true believers, we don't go to fucking church, man. We have our own statues that we come under, you know? Go ahead, up.
That's right.
It says, hold their own religious meetings and manage their own affairs according to regulations prescribed for the body for order's sake.
Woo, come on, man. Yep, you got more on that?
It's just a little bit more. It says,
Yeah.
it says, those who anywhere in a city, village, constituted such a company and are united in one body. The whole body of Christians scattered throughout the earth.
Yeah, it said one united in one body. That's the body of Yahweh Shai, man. Being many members, man. And we are the true Christians, man. You know, what it is, where Christian goes back to what? Christos, right? Which goes back to the Hebrew, Yahweh Shai being Hamashiach, and we being the Hamashiach, right? Because you keep going to the Christians, you know what I'm saying?
And you get that word Christian mixed up because you equate it in the modern sense of the word, meaning your grandma, you know?
Christianity.
Yeah. That's the modern sense of the word, you know?
Right.
But we are the Christians,
We the
man.
true Christians.
We the true Christians, okay? And that's going into the believers, the true believers of the doctrine of our Lord Yahweh Shai, all right?
That's right.
So we're in a time now where those candles is burning. The light of Yahweh Shai has come, you know? And again, that light is disruptive to the darkness, man, you know?
I got a precept.
Yep, bring it out then.
This is John 3:20. For everyone that doeth evil, hate of the light.
Right. Everyone that doeth evil, hate of the light, man. Esau, Edom, 2/3 of our people, because they shun this truth. All right. The rest of the heathen nations, they are the evil, man. They hate of the light, which is Yahweh Shai. And we being the ones who are holding the light. Go ahead.
Neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
That's right. They don't come to the light, which is Yahweh Shai, and we being holders of the light, being the candlesticks, being holders of the light, because that's what a candlestick do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It holds the light up.
That's right.
You know, they hate it. Read it again. It's like,
It says, for everyone that doeth evil, hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his...
that's right. So your deeds, the things of your hands, all right, the thoughts of your mind be evil. Go ahead.
lest his deeds should be reproved.
Yeah, right. So the things that you do, all right, be reproved, man. And that's the people of the world, man. Start with 2/3 of our people.
Yeah, they hate this doctrine. Because first and foremost, it ain't that deep. It ain't a deep, you know, something that's so deep that requires some in-depth analysis to figure out why the people hate you. They hate you because what we teach is the downfall of society. You know, you're not going to be able to enjoy the luxuries you once enjoyed. You know, being able to go clubbing or doing whatever the hell you want to commit adultery. Esau encouraged you to come up against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh. So they hate this because this is a direct attack against it. Matter of fact, go ahead.
Yeah, they Amos 5 and 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
Right, which is what a direct link to that. Read that again.
Come. It says, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
See, they hated the light, man. Go ahead.
Amos 5 and 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
And that's dealing with the men of Yahweh Shema Shah, the true men, which will be here at Great Millstone Storm, the apostles and elders, man.
That's right.
They hate us because we rebuke you, man. You know, go ahead.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Give me what the Lord said if they hated me. Get that. Because in essence, you hate Yahweh Shah. And we're going to show you that. Go ahead.
Make a point.
Okay, go ahead. I'll make a point. You want to go ahead?
No, abhor means to pretty much stay away from.
Yep.
So when we at camp, that's why you see niggas, they'll walk on the other side of the street. You know what I mean? They understand restrictions. You got it.
That's it. Yep. They'll walk away. That's why the Lord said they walk to go down into Egypt.
Yep.
Usually they go down into the stores. They go into the darkness of Egypt. The Lord say that they walk to go down to Egypt, but they have not asked their mind out. That's going into the camps. They walk right by you and they go right down into Egypt. They go into that dark shadow of Egypt and they walk right by us, man. Why? Because they abhor us. Like I said, abhor means to stay away from. You know. All right, so go ahead, get that what you got.
In this book of John 15 verse 18. It says, if the world hate you, you know they hated me before it hated you.
Read.
If you are of the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world.
Right, meaning what? If we was teaching prosperity, if we was teaching, you know what? Go to school. You know? Education. You know, get with your wife, get married, you know, and become further acclimated into America. We don't teach that. We teach coming out of this place, man. You know, we teach. Oh, we go into a direct correlation into Luke the 18th chapter, the widow. And what was she asking? What was she avenging?
That's right.
That's it.
That was her petition, man. She was like, "Look, avenge me of my enemies, man." So when you want the Lord to avenge you, that means, look, you don't want no retribution. You just want the Lord to kill this motherfucker, man.
That's right.
Okay, we don't want to coexist with the so-called white man.
No reparation.
No reparation, man.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, that's right.
So go read that again. Read it from the top again.
Yeah, come this is the book of John 15 verse 18 again. It says, if the world hate you, you know they hated me before it hated you. If you are of the world will love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
Right. So now, let's see why we could go into we could actually go into the source of why the world hates us.
That's it.
Give me St. John 7.
Yeah, kind of. This St. John chapter 7 and 7. It says the world cannot hate you, but me it hateth.
It said it hate me. Now hold up. Let's break this down through the spirit. Is Yahweh Shai here in the physical? Is Yahweh Shai literally here? No. So how do they hate Yahweh Shai? They hate the doctrine. Why? Because this doctrine is against the world. And they're going to show you that. Read that again.
Now, John 7 and 7, the world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it, that the workers thereof are evil.
See? This book testifies against this world.
Right.
You promote homosexuals, but this book said homosexuals should be put to death.
That's right.
That's right. You promote pork eating and indulging in shrimp and lobster and clams, okay? But this book condemns that.
Yep.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? Read that again. That's why y'all start saying that.
That's it.
Read that again.
John 7 and 7, the world cannot hate you, but me a hater, because I testify of it.
Right, because this is a decree from the King of Kings.
That's it.
Which his kingdom is invincible. Oh, it tell you that. It say looking at the things that's not seen.
That's it.
This is a bad kingdom right here, man. This is a cloak Oh, we were talking about 007.
that's
Remember
it.
that 007 where they had a ship
Yep.
and it was a cloak
Yep.
ship,
Yeah.
and they was manipulating the Chinese against the Russians,
That's so
but
good,
the
yeah.
ship was a cloak.
Yep.
That's Shah, man. This kingdom is a cloak, man. Oh, that's why it's known as the hidden,
Ooh,
the secret place of the Most High, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So here we are. We're a kingdom. You know what I mean? And our king has put out a decree.
Yep.
But this world has rejected that decree, man.
Yep.
Why? Because this decree is against the ways of this world. So I'm saying, hold that real quick. We're going to read this one more time. Go ahead.
God, the world cannot hate you, but me and hate them, because I testify of it, that the workers thereof are evil.
See? So the Lord testified against this kingdom that the work of it is evil. And how are you doing it? Through this decree that's written in this book.
That's it.
See? You got more on that?
No,
That was it? See what you got.
This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light
Read.
and light for darkness,
Go ahead.
that put bitter for sweet.
Now, what do it mean when it said they put bitter for sweet? That's dealing with America.
Yep.
When we go into the word America, it goes back to bitter. So when you come up against this word, which really, in essence, when you come up against this word, you saying that you're not going to die. All right? Let's say, no, man. When you come up against this doctrine, in essence, you saying that you're not going to die.
Yep.
Because we teach that you're going to die.
Yep.
And that go back to Noah,
That's it.
which goes back to the garden.
Yep.
Did not the serpent convince Eve that she's not going to die?
Cow.
Yeah, he beguiled her. So in essence, you coming under the doctrine of the serpent, man, when
Right.
you come up against us, man. Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
So Amos 5:10.
Yeah, we just read it. That's
Oh,
good.
okay.
Bring it out. The Lord wanted to come out. Go ahead.
They hate him that rebuketh in the gate,
Mm-hmm.
and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Right, and they're dealing with us, man. They hate us and they rebuke of us, man.
Mhm.
You know? Got one more.
This is John 3:18. He that believeth on him is not condemned,
That's it.
but he that believeth not is condemned already.
Right, because you directly coming up against a decree by the King of Kings, man.
That's right.
So what's left? You're going to die.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead. Huh?
Yeah,
Because,
Oh, you got more on
Just
that?
a little bit more.
Go ahead.
because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High.
Now, when they go into that name, it's bigger than just calling on the name. The name is a banner.
Yeah.
You know, like you might say, you ever watch any of these old movies, you know, these medieval, they might be like, I come in the name of the King. That means you coming under his banner. You coming under his belief system. You know? That's just like even in the modern world, let's say America, they might conquer a certain region, then they'll plant their flag, so to speak.
Yep.
Meaning what? They came in the name of America,
Yep.
you know?
Right.
So you got guys out there that might call on the name of your house shop, but that don't mean that you come in the name truly of your house shop. Because to come in the name of your house shop, you got to come under the banner of your house shop.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
That's why the Lord said, why calleth me Lord?
Oh, man.
And I do what I tell you.
Yeah.
The Lord commanded us to take this place down by way of pushing his word. Matter of fact, somebody hold Deuteronomy 12:3. Come on, you got something?
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 10:1. One to them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Right, because what America has set up is a direct attack against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah.
That's right.
You devils wage war against the Lord, man. You know, that's a conflict of interest. Here it is, the Lord is the creator of all things, and you come up with another wayward idea, man. You know? And see, we, again, we were set up to be the ones to
Right.
convey the decree of the Lord.
That's right.
So that's why these devils hate us, man. You know, we have begun to meddle into the affairs of the so-called white man.
That's it.
You know, that's the title of this lesson, man. You know? Inquisition. And we're going to go into that, man.
Okay.
And matter of fact, we're going to go into that word meddle.
Ooh.
Because it's all spiritual.
That's right.
You know? Hold on. We still got more.
Yeah. One to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yep. Go ahead.
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take.
Oh, that goes into the widow.
That's it.
The widow, we looking for justice, man. You turning away us from justice, man. Here it is. We should be redeemed, you know, from serving this in this captivity, which the Lord said that they furthered their affliction. The Lord said He was just a little displeased with us, man. See what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead. Art.
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey.
They go back to that widows might be their prey, man. See? Go ahead.
And that they may rob the fatherless.
Yeah, that they may rob. When you go into the word rob, you go back to spoil. You know? So you're responsible for spoiling Yahweh Shema Shai's people, which goes back into when you go into, for an example, the Arch of Titus, which is a commemoration of them stealing the goodly vessels out of the temple. That's symbolic to Israel. We the vessels.
That's right.
So when they put up that commemoration of Titus, you know, when they was taking the vessels, the menorah,
Right.
you know, out of the temple,
Right.
really, that's gonna stand against them. That's an indictment against you fucking devils, man.
That's right.
You left that as a memorial, as a monument, but it reminds you how about Shema Shai that you took us. You took the goodly vessels of the Lord, man, and spoiled us, man.
Right.
Fucking devils, man. And that go back also to Daniel. Yep. When Babylon, the very night they was finna be overthrown, they chose to drink out of the vessels.
That same night.
That same night.
Same night.
Which we in that night, man.
No.
See? And the Persians again is gonna get them. You know, the spiritual. Yeah, go ahead. That was it on that?
Yeah, that pretty much.
Okay, cut. Go ahead.
Now, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 20, starting at verse 9. There is a sinner that hath good success in evil things, and there is a gain that turneth to loss. Verse 10, there is a gift that shall not profit thee, and there is a gift whose recompense is double.
Right, yeah, ooh, they're dealing with Esau because they benefited off of us. They benefited off the blood of Israel, but guess what? They got to pay double for that.
That's right.
You know, the Lord's going to tax you for what you did, man. And the beginning stages of that is being identified and targeted. We shed that light on you. We got that flashlight. We got that spiritual flashlight.
That's right.
We those candlesticks that shed light on your dark deeds, man. It's like if you're in a house, you know, as long as there's no light, you can have trash in the corners and the crevices. But when you turn on that light, there's something about that light, man. You know, if your woman cheating on you, right? If you don't know nothing about it, if it's in the dark, it's cool. You still going out to eat with her. But soon as truth seep in, as soon as you find out that first clue, hold up, bitch, you know what I mean? Now you chasing up, the judgment starts, okay? So, yeah, go ahead. Give me Matthew 25th chapter. You got something up?
That sinner had that
I was searching.
that great success, all right, but that success was evil things, which he did by sacking the temple, man, holding those pleasant things. I think it's Joel 3 and 5.
Yep, that is.
All right,
Yep.
that's what it is, man. Because he thought he had good, but it was evil. You see what I'm saying?
Well, he thought the Lord was with him. It tells you that in Psalm the 50th chapter, I kept silent, and you thought that I was all together as one as
That's right.
You know?
And that game is gonna turn into a loss for y'all.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Same
be a
thing
big
make you
loss.
laugh, make you cry. Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 18 and verse 28. For thou wilt light my candle, the Lord Yahweh shall shout, my power will enlighten my darkness.
Woo! You see that? And the Lord is lighting that candle. And what again, a light is used to expose things in the darkness, man. And this is what Esau don't like. Because of the black conscious community ain't exposing the Rothschilds, man. They ain't exposing the fact that these devils have seized control of the Americas, and it was at the expense of Israel. So Esau don't give a damn about what they pushing, man. You know, they don't care about the Moors, man. Because when you go into the Moors, you know, they claim the fame is pretty much, they got a feel for law. For the, you know, for going into the law and going to court and being able to fight against, you know, learning the law. Look, man, Esau don't give a damn about that, man. what makes Esau lose sleep, again, which the light do that, if you laying in the bed, the light make you lose sleep. When the light come on, you break up out of that sleep. Matter of fact, if you ain't got nothing, give me Job where it said, that's a precept. Yeah, give what you got, and you know, Job where it said when he's about to eat, when it break down, he's not going to be able to swallow down his riches.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this is a quick precept off the comment board to Brother Dennis Davis. Hey, shalom, Mark.
Shalom.
It says, Derek Dennis, Salakia, Derek Dennis, shalom, Mark. It says, Isaiah 8:20, the law, and it says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light.
That's beautiful right there, man. Because this word is a light, you know? And again, by default, the light is set up to expose the thing in the dark, okay? That's a never-ending battle, light and darkness. When you consider, for an example, when the sun sets and the darkness begins to arise, and vice versa, when it's dark, you know, and then the sun begins to rise, that's a battle. That's a fight, man. You know? Yep, so go ahead.
Point two, dealing with Sodom, when the morning came, that's when the Lord destroyed that place, man. Yeah, I mean, the angel told Lot to get out at night, highlight of the night. But in that morning time, that's when he destroyed Sodom, man.
And everybody was asleep.
Yeah. Oh, that's how he did Egypt too.
Yeah.
That's how he did. When that morning came, that's when, you know what I mean?
Hey, and that's symbolic for America, man. What is that morning that's gonna come? Which is Yahweh Shai. You know?
Which is somebody to change another God.
Right. Go ahead.
That's what you was going to about evil and good.
That's
It's Ecclesiastes 33:14.
That's it.
Good is set against evil, and life against death.
Woo!
So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
Yeah, and that's where we come in. Really, this thing is the elites versus the elect, man. Everybody else is nothing more than collateral damage, man. If you just in the way, you're going to get hit with a straight bullet. You know what I mean? You know how they say innocent bystanders? The two main characters is the elite of Esau versus the elect of the nation of Israel. And that's that good against evil. That's that light against day, man. I mean, it's like it's that night against day. You know? That light against darkness. Matter of fact, give me Genesis 1 and 3 up.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah. You get what you got, again, go around the up.
Yeah, going back to that light, overcoming darkness. It's the book of 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8. It says, then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right, and that goes into like somebody that's snooping around, you know, an investigator, you know what I mean? That's the last person you want on your tail, man. The Lord put a very resilient spirit on us. There's nothing you can do to stop us from going out and being persistent. These devils look up every week, and here we are again, man. It's raining, brothers got damn umbrellas, man. Like, man, hold up, man. We gotta get rid of these niggas, man.
Oh, man.
See, that's the persistence of Yahweh Shanal Shah. You know, we meddling, we those meddling kids. And guess what? Esau would have got away with it. That title, you know, it might seem like, you know, like something, you know, just for laughs, but it got a very spiritual overtone to it, man. Okay, Esau would have got away with it, man. And we're going to go into that in the book of Job. Esau would have crowned his enterprise and success if it wasn't for us meddling kids in the spirit. Okay? Because we seem to be insignificant. And that's just like it was in the cartoon. You got some insignificant kids, right, that mess up a whole enterprise.
Whole plan.
Pinky
in the brain.
Yeah, your diabolical plan to take over the world was foiled by men that seem to be insignificant, man. Oh, which goes into babes.
That's it.
You know, the Lord said out of the mouth of babes, you know. I revealed it unto babes. And the idea of being a babe is someone that's insignificant or someone that's dependent on somebody else, man.
No threat.
Okay? No threat.
No threat.
And that's a miracle. See? Go ahead, get what you got out.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 4 and 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Right, and they're dealing with Esau, man. You know? That's Micah, right?
This is Proverbs,
Matter of fact, go to Micah, the 2nd chapter and the 1st verse. And read down. Because these devils, the way they're wired is in their DNA, man, for them to do wickedly, man. And in their DNA to dwell in darkness. That's why they come out of the cave. When you consider a cave is dark, it's damp, it's wicked, molded, darkness, no life. If somebody coming out with a light, it's gonna disrupt shit, man. See? So that's where we come in at. Go ahead and get what you got. And that's why Esau is ready to wage war against us, man. See, we have been given power to take down a stronghold, man. Really, when you go into it, this stronghold of Esau, this was the most powerful empire that was set up, you know, besides the kingdom of heaven. Because it tells you that in the book of Daniel, we'll talk about the kingdoms. It said that dreadful beast that was more dreadful than all. They're dealing with the machine that's known as the beast, Esau, man. Starting with the Roman Empire that spills over to what you got now. And something that's subtle, us breaking the scriptures down, have messed their head up. All right, come on, get what you got.
This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
In the nighttime. You in your bed in the nighttime.
Right.
That's dealing with Esau, man. They in their bed sleeping, we walking there with a candle. They gonna say, man, get the fuck out of here. What this meddling guy doing in my shit? We meddling now. Yeah, we looking and shit. Spirit, man, yeah, go ahead.
Continuing on, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Right, so they got the jurisdiction because they're in power right now to enforce. For an example, homosexuals being celebrated. Esau got the power in their hand to push that. Esau got the power in their hand to promote transgenders. They even went as far as LGBTQ.
Come on,
fucking devil, man. Go ahead,
Yeah, verse 2. And they covered fields
and they covered fields, meaning what they want was not theirs. They covered fields. This is this right here, man. This scripture right here is pretty much putting you on the scene of the crime, Esau. Because why? You covered fields, and go read that again.
Verse 2, Micah 2 and 2. And they covered fields and take them by violence.
And did not they take America by violence?
That's it.
Did not they take all these different lands? And you got these military bases, these embassies set up throughout the world under the vibration of America, man. They took that by violence, man. They didn't go over there and diplomatically work nothing out, man. That devil, Christopher Columbus, he didn't diplomatically get the land over here, man. He looked at the natives and he said, man, we can take them, man. Fucking devil, man. Go ahead,
Right. And houses and take them away, so they oppress a man.
And that's what they do. They oppress us. Everything is grievous about this man. Even if you got to handle some type of business, you got to fill out damn forms and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, Man, that's grievous, man. When you really think about it, you're in a real ancient spirit. Man, give me my fucking money, man. What the fuck I got to do? I'm sitting here proving to you
what you did.
Yeah, what I did. When I was born. Fucking devil, man. They grievous. Go ahead.
So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Oh, meaning what? They took our heritage, man.
That's right. They did.
They stole our heritage, man. Fucking devil, man. Go ahead. That was it on that?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, anybody, you got something?
Yeah, I got some with this Psalms 52 in verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than speak right. It's like it's just in lying rather than to speak righteousness.
Right, and
so
what lying translates to? The dark. Because when you lie to somebody, you're keeping them in the dark.
That's right.
If you lie to me, you just kept me in the dark. You know? Then if I ask you, hold up, I interrogate you. No, that ain't right, bro. You mean to tell me you was there at what time? Then what happened? They get frustrated. You know what I mean? You snooping around now. You asking, nah. So you said you was 7:30, right?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, go to that word Inquisition too.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I just want to ask y'all. Everybody know the scene in Men's Society.
Which one?
He was getting
Oh
interrogated.
yeah.
You know you fucked up, right?
Yeah.
You know you fucked up, right?
Yeah, true that.
You came in the store.
That movie, watch out.
Men's Society.
Men's Society.
Yeah.
You know you done fucked up, right?
Bill Duke, I think his name is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And why was that? Why did he come to the conclusion that he fucked up? Because it was a stern interrogation. Matter of fact, come on, let's get that word inquisition. Go to the, what you got there?
Just regular.
There you go.
Inquisition, a period of prolonged and intensive questioning.
Intensive questioning, that comes from a person that's snooping around.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you here? I'm just here. Okay, so what time did you get here? That guy said that. Well, what time did you leave? You know what I mean? That's intensive questioning, which provokes someone to say, hey man, get rid of this guy, man. Go ahead.
It says intensive questioning or investigation.
Right. Now when you go down to the similar words, what's the first word there?
Interrogation.
Interrogation, man. So you're being interrogated. And what's the, now, what's the vivid illustration when you think of interrogation? That light bulb.
That's
Light face.
Yeah, it's right in your face.
Yeah.
That light bulb. That's the fixture.
That's it.
That's the permanent fixture that comes along. That's the backdrop of the interrogation, man. That lone light bulb, man. Why? Because that symbolizes light exposing your lies, you fucking devils, you, man.
Right.
Yeah, and you know that we have meddled into your affairs. So just like, you know, we watch the old cartoons and said, they hate them kids for meddling. They do want to put them to death, man.
That's what they be trying to do. Yep.
Why? Because that meddling, it wasn't guns. We watched those cartoons. It wasn't guns. It wasn't nothing physical that foiled the plan, that sent us the plan. It was just something that settled as meddling.
Yep.
Hold up, something ain't right, man. And that goes with discernment. Matter of fact, let's go to the definition of meddling real quick.
Yeah, current. This the book of this definition of meddle. Definition of meddle. It says to involve oneself in a matter.
Right, we have just involved ourselves through spirit and power, Yahweh Shema Shah. We involved ourselves in the matter of you elites. Okay, going back to the Georgia Guidestones and your plan to depopulate the world, you know, you pushing the chip. We involved ourselves, the Lord thrust us into that, and we that proverbial monkey wrench, you know how you said that monkey wrench?
In your plan.
Yeah, that's us. Yep, go ahead.
It says without right or invitation.
Oh, we wasn't invited. These devils didn't ask our opinion, because really when you go into it, these devils control the media, and they got their own reporters. It wasn't in their plans. It's not in their best interest for us to be reporters. They want, you know, the ones who they deem to be reporters to dictate and translate and convey the news to the people.
Push their agenda.
And push their agenda. But here we are. We stepped in. What the fuck is these guys? They're reporting the truth, man. Hold up, we got one. Go ahead.
It says interfere viciously and
hold up.
unwanted.
Interfere viciously and unwanted. Let's look up that word right there. Viciously. Let's see what that says.
The word vicious, it says objectively aggressive.
Aggressive. We are aggressively putting the pressure on you devils. We ain't tiptoeing around. We ain't shying away. Yeah, we know about your weaponry. Yeah, we know about your Guantanamo Bay. Yeah, we know about your forms of torture. You know, these facilities dedicated to waterboarding. You know what I mean? But we are aggressively coming at your ass. Now, why? Because we possessed by the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. It was meant, it was foretold for you devils to go down. It was meant for us to step in, man.
Right.
This was foretold, man. So let's say they somehow kill all of us. You know Yahweh Shema Shah could raise somebody right up, man. Come on.
It says aggressive in offering one's unrequested and unwanted services.
Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
The mystery machine.
The mystery machine. Yeah, the mystery machine.
What is it called? What is it called? The mystery mobile?
Yeah, the mystery machine, man. Yeah, kind.
And says on two, and they always meet with the bad guy and he tell them, look, y'all don't need to go there. This and this hunting.
Yeah.
There's always
Oh yeah. The bad guy always find a way. They when you go into them cartoons, they come on the bad guy radar. And the bad guy come up with an elaborate plan to step in and say, hey, no, it's a ghost here. Don't come here. It's a ghost here. Don't come here. And Fred said, man, fuck that, man.
Yeah, he feels something.
Hey, that's right before they put on, the bad guy put on their mask.
Yeah, con.
They come to him in plain sight, then they put on their mask.
Yeah, con. Yep.
I got it.
Going back to the definition.
Yep.
Going back to this definition, this is obvious, objectively aggressive in affirming one's aggressive in affirming one's unrequested and unwanted services, help, or advice, meddlesome.
Woo, hold up. Read that again.
Aggressive in affirming one's unrequested and unwanted services, help, or advice,
We still going on my end.
meddlesome.
It's down right now. It went out. But I mean, it's still going though.
Okay, con.
We stop.
What we doing? Yep, go ahead.
It says meddlesome.
Mhm.
And I got the
Yep, go ahead, medicine. Read.
it's like I get definition of meddlesome real quick.
Yeah, get that real quick.
And this the definition of meddlesome real quick. It says given to meddling. That's all they say.
Give it to meddling, man.
He's in the middle of something, man.
Right. Yeah, and that's the spirit of the Lord, man. Okay, the Lord have thrown a monkey wrench in your plan. And that's a part of the dramatics of Yahweh Shema Shah. The Lord could easily just abruptly, overthrew you devils, man. But it's a process. That's why the scriptures talk about the Lord have spread the worm under you. But that's symbolic to us, man. Because the night Yahweh Shah, the Lord said, oh Jacob, you worm.
Right.
We all over this place, man. We have covered this place and we are consuming you. We slowly chipping away at you. And that goes into you have been hewn down by the prophets. We go to the word hewn, it means what? To hack away. That's what a worm will do. Yeah, go ahead, get what you got.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 27. But the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the
A
world
worm, right?
to confound the things which are mighty.
Right, and that's dealing with Esau. And we ain't just coming at some devils, with some guns in a shack. We coming at the elites, those who seize control of the whole entire planet Earth, man, who rule the world. Okay? That's who we have confounded. That's the mighty. You got some more?
Yeah, and the base things of the world
Right.
and the things which are
There's
despised
that worm.
The
Yeah.
worm.
have the
But
Most
that's
High
more than a
chosen.
worm, man.
Yeah, right.
A worm can't do no damage, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Here you go ahead. An ant, fuck a worm, man.
Hey, the worm base, that's real definition of
Yeah,
base.
yeah. No shell. Even the snail got a shell, yeah.
Yeah, on the bottom, man. No
Yeah,
protection.
slow.
No, hey,
Protection.
and he ain't got no defense mechanism.
None of that.
None of that. Yeah.
It says, going on, yea, and the things which are not, to bring to naught the things that are.
Right, so the Lord is bringing to naught the things that are. And that's going into this existence.
Right.
This reality right here. When you go into reality, it goes back to red. That's why, like, when your blood is shown, like your blood really a different color, but when it's
Blue.
when you see it, when it's made a reality, it turns red. Red is reality,
Right.
right?
Right.
So we bring it. That's now.
Right.
The now, the here and now,
Right.
is Esau. We bring that to naught, okay?
That's
And
that.
things not seen is gonna be in the future. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like, that was that Matrix, man. The blue pill or the red pill.
That's
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
it. That's it.
This
That's
is reality.
Yep,
Yeah, the
You know what
real
I'm saying?
reality.
To people, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
blue
That
be
blue
lost,
pill, you
yeah.
gonna stay asleep.
Yeah,
Mother
you
said
gonna
she
stay
gonna
asleep. Yep, yep. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a precept.
Oh yeah, get what you got. Get what you got. Like, then we come around this way.
This is Job chapter 5 and 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty.
Right, and that's dealing with this light. That light, we are nothing more than restrictions. We restrictions. That's why when our people see us, they countenance fall. They're like, man, they can feel in their spirit. Them dudes ain't fuck what we for, man. They ain't, you know what I mean? They ain't for. They can feel in their spirit. Them dudes against what we for, man. You know? Go ahead, huh?
Yeah, Job 5 and 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Right, and then dealing with first and foremost the chip being made mandate. These devils so behind schedule with that chip, man, you wouldn't believe it. Now they really forced to compromise now. You know, they have to compromise their stance now. They like they thought they had you. Because if you notice, when you go back to Esau, they deal with gradualism. And that goes back to a serpent. A serpent embodies the spirit of gradualism. A serpent don't just abruptly get you. Creep up on you. You don't know that you was bit. You don't even know he was there till you bit. Right? That's gradualism. See? So what these devils did, let's simplify. They gave you the big payphone.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Then you had the big cell phone. You ever watch the old movie? Then they gave the smaller phone, the flip. Then they moved to this phone, that phone. Now you got the small phone. That's gradualism. Or when it comes to money, you started off with coins and gold, which was the true. That's why you got to go back to the ancient, go back to for the old path. That was the truth. But then it began to deteriorate. You went to paper, and you got food stamps, you got credit cards. Then you're gonna have you had the credit cards with a chip. Then credit cards gonna just go away. They're gonna just be a chip, man. And that chip gonna be in your ass. Okay, that's gradualism. See. So these devils, they thought they had everything. They thought they had it figured out. See what I'm saying? But we came in and we stepped in and said, "Oh, there you go. We just caught them." You know what I mean? You know what happened when somebody steals or something? When you hear that, Walmart, what's going on? The guy who was stealing, he, oh my goodness, what the fuck, boy? Turn that shit off, man. You know what I mean? That's what we doing. We saying, we caught him red-handed with his hand in the cookie jar.
Red-handed.
Red-handed, yep. Yep, criminal.
And that word disappointed in here, in my Bible, it tells you frustrates. So, frustrating their plans, man. We frustrated. They like, we gotta go back to
you meddling kids.
Meddling kid.
Get the hell out of here. You know what I mean?
But yeah, like an old man.
That's what they want.
You and they.
As I look at the brothers, I can see where they can be frustrated to. You know what I mean? We determined, man.
That's right.
We determined. Okay?
Right,
So we determined to take you down through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem outside.
Right.
And they watching us too. Okay. Psalms 37 and 12, Psalms 23, the Lord, wisdom and silence too. The Lord prepares the table before my enemies, man. And they can tell that we can't be bought, or tell you that the wisdom of Solomon. That his ways are
not fast. He's not for our turn. I got it.
Get that, man. Come on, hold on. Oh, we got. Come on, let's get that.
This is with Psalm 2, then I'm gonna start at 12. Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Right, because we have just frustrated their plan. We ain't with the chip. We ain't with you devils ruling one more day, man. We pray that your house shall abruptly just overthrow you soon. Okay? We got a little more time left up here?
No.
Oh, okay, that's the spirit. I don't know what that was. That Esau shit here.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It says, and he is clean contrary to our doings.
Right, we clean contrary to Esau. You know? They sacrifice babies and, you know what I mean? The Bohemian groves and these different rituals and shit like that. Go ahead.
He upbraided us with our offending the law.
Right, when you upbraid somebody, that means you uproot them. You know? Go ahead.
And objective to our infamy, the transgression of our education.
Woo. Go ahead.
He professed to have the knowledge of the Most High.
You can't tell me that ain't us. Esau is examining us. When you read this scripture with understanding, this is Esau evaluating us. And he said, look, these guys profess to have the knowledge of the Most High. Go ahead.
And he called himself the child of the Lord.
And we do call ourselves Israelites. The child of the Lord translates to Yasha Allah.
That's right.
Man, what is this talking about, man? See? And it proves that this is Esau concerned about, man. They ain't concerned about polite or, I don't even want to, that nigga old news. I'm just saying, though, you know?
See?
Go ahead, huh?
He was made to reprove our thoughts.
Right, so the Lord designed us. That's why the Lord said he made our heart as our head as hard as flint, adamant flint. We hard-headed in righteousness. And we stubborn in righteousness, man. We stand stiffly in righteousness, man. Because the Lord designed us to reprove them. See? Go ahead, up.
He is grievous unto us even to behold.
So these devils watching us tonight. and it's grievous unto them to behold us. You know?
Right.
These niggas back again this week, man. Man, they got more precepts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
He is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like the other men's, his ways are of another fashion.
Right, so meaning what? These devils, they thought they figured Jake out. They were like, you know what, Jake's simple. We could pay Jake off and we could just silence Jake. But they said, hold up, these guys, they loyal. Their life ain't like other men. We can't give them a bag, you know? So that's the conclusion they came to. All right, you got more on that?
Yeah, last verse. It says, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Right, and that's how we look at you devils as counterfeits. Starting with you Amalekites, man. Those of you
right.
who stole our nationality, you in our land, and you calling yourselves Jews, man. Okay? We look at you as counterfeits. Why? Because of the scriptures. We know that you are imposters, man. See? Go ahead.
We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways.
Yeah, we don't follow the ways of Esau. The same things make you laugh don't affect us. The same thing make you cry don't affect us, man. We in no other realm over here, man.
Oh man.
Through the spirit, okay? Go ahead.
He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed.
Right, and that's what we say. That's the overtone of this doctrine.
Yep.
That we're going to be raised up and exalted. Pursuing 1 Samuel 2:8, the Lord raised up the poor out of the dunghill.
That's right.
Yeah, according to the prophecies, we're going to be raised up, man. So you're going to be a base, man.
right.
And that's what it is, you devils, man.
Right.
Okay? And the Lord put the spirit on us to sniff you out, man. All right? Come on. You got more?
A little bit. It says, and make of his boast that the Most High is his Father.
And that's what we do. We boast in your how about some outside, man. Hey, that's heaven. When you read down, they go into it. Them devils don't live it right there. Them devils say, you know what? Since they think that, come on, read it a little more.
Now, verse
Read it a little
17.
more.
Let us see if his words be true.
So that's what happens. These devils gonna actually see if we got the truth.
Yep.
And that show you that these talking about Esau, because you ever notice like Esau, even in these movies, you can have a devil. First of all, he out at a picnic, you know, you watch Jason or some shit.
Yeah.
First of all, he fucking swimming in the woods at 12 at night. You in the woods having a picnic, you know, then they hear a sound in the woods and they go investigate it. That's what they're saying. That's what they do. They want to see it. They test the waters, man.
Yep.
That's why the scriptures say they are wise and Daniel. So instead of them saying, you know what, those the men of the Lord, let us chill. Them devils gonna actually test us.
Yep.
To see if we the men of the Lord. Go ahead.
Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
So that's the mind of an Edomite.
Yep.
Prove.
They they want to prove if it was a Big Bang Theory. They want to prove. You know what I mean?
And when you read Salaki, when you read the scriptures in its entirety, you can feel the proudness of it when you say, let us prove.
Yeah.
The proudness of this devil, man.
Yeah.
How you gonna prove, man? How you gonna boast yourself against Yahweh Hashem
Yeah.
man?
That's a colonel man.
That's a colonel man.
Yeah, that's a carnal man.
That's
They need
that's right.
tangible things
That's
to
right.
believe.
Yeah.
They got to see something, you know? They got to see, well, you know, we're going to provoke this guy, you know, we're going to poke the belt.
That's it. That's what they do.
That's what they do, man.
That's messed up. You're
I
right.
got a real quick precept.
Yep, bring it up.
Because they don't believe. It's Psalms 14:1. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
Right, that's dealing with Esau, man. And they have said in their heart, and it's heavy, man. When you go into when you come across scriptures like that, we say they said in his heart, and you know, even when you read, I think that's Genesis 27, we said Esau said in his heart, you're a kid. That goes into their secret meetings. They go in their meetings, you know, behind, in front of everybody. God bless America.
Yeah.
But in their secret meetings, there ain't no God, man. Yeah, them Bilderberg meetings. One of those meetings.
Council
Yep.
300.
The councils, you know.
Yeah, that's why chapter verse 1 it said reasoning with themselves.
Reasoning with themselves. That's going into when they sit around in those meetings, man.
Nah, man,
And they say, nah, man, you know what, let's just present, it was a Big Bang Theory, man. You fucking up. That's why it's telling you in the book of Isaiah, I forget exactly where that was said. He said, there's no God beside me.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
Isaiah
47.
47. Matter of fact, hold that too, man. See, that's what we're dealing with, man. And the more and more we come to the conclusion of the matter, we come to the end of this thing, you're going to find out that these devils, man, they the base, man, they diabolical, you know. Matter of fact, somebody give me I think it's Proverbs 4 and 18. And get what you got, double dog. Somebody give me Proverbs 4 and 18.
This is Deuteronomy 12. You had called for this earlier.
Oh, yeah,
12
yeah.
and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall overthrow their altars and break their pillars and burn their groves with fire. And ye shall hew down the graven images of their gods and destroy the names of them out of that place.
Now, since Esau have established his authority, this reign of terror, the so-called white man, God and Jesus had a stronghold over him, man. But since the Lord raised up some with Abba Bibbins and the apostles and the men that you see working this work, right? Now that name God and Jesus is questionable, man. It's debatable now.
Obsolete.
It's obsolete. Obsolete. Hey, and then these devils, right? Then these devils, they at the point now where they just conceded to the fact that, yeah, we know he wasn't a white man.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because this truth has had to take a root on the planet Earth. We done did enough meddling and snooping, so we have convinced you now, man. Hey, and that's frustrating. Or like I went into, frustrating their plans. When we done meddled around, and the Lord with us, man. Because you know how quick these devils will take you out for what we doing? This pretty much, what would you call it? A form of treason. High level. That's beautiful, yeah, because I won't say treason, but it's another, this high level of treason, man. Okay? That's why you had the guy with the dreads.
Oh yeah, they killed
He ain't got a YouTube channel. You can't tell me that guy wouldn't have a YouTube channel. But the guy who came in and said, I found the formula. And just get rid of all the so-called white people. And we ain't heard that from everybody had a bad YouTube channel, man. He probably got a great millstone.
Documents.
Yeah.
Big, thick, old
But the Lord went with him, you know?
Great meal.
The Lord was with us now. The Lord was with us. Yep. Go ahead.
Going back to that, it's the book of 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that
Hold up. Jump up. To the 4th verse, read down.
Yeah, because 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to pulling down the strongholds.
Right, and the strongholds is the so-called white man and his agenda. Just to summarize it, just you know, his agenda, his plot, and his plan to take over the world. No, we watch these cartoons and shit.
Pink
Brain. Ooh. Brain was the one that fucked everything up.
You wondering what I'm plundering?
Pinky was the one that had the plan. Pinky was the.
That's it.
It said
You're right,
the one that was dumbass.
Yeah, Pinky was the one.
Pinky was the one.
When you look at that with spiritual lens, yeah. Brain overdid it. Brain overdid it.
He look like an Edomite.
Yeah, that's an Edomite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Robert Lee Down, you know what I mean? Like, that's some shit. That was an Edomite, man. But that's the sinister plan of Esau. It's always centered around some guy. Take over the world.
Let's go do the night, Bray.
Pinky was 2 Twix in them.
Pinky was easy going, man. Yeah, coming that motherfucker eating sandwich and shit.
Man.
So what are you gonna do tonight, Bray?
That's a good idea, man.
He gave him a warning. Like,
Yeah, he won.
Hey, like we were saying, Esau, this seems, hey, that's why the scripture said we are fool. Oh, the scripture said, 1 Corinthians 2.
Spiritually,
It seems these things seem foolish, but this is truth, man. It might seem crazy, and this is why people can't come in the truth. They may say, oh, the big guy got the Bible, it's my pink in the brain. That's the spirit of Yahweh. Because these devils, they'll put out these cartoons and they'll do it in effort to keep you dumbed down, but they'll give you the truth. And it's almost like they're, it's like a, what would you call it? Anesthesia, damn near. You know, I'm gonna give you this truth, but I'm gonna give it to you in a joke to keep you from understanding how serious this is.
I got a quick precept. Just
Yeah, go ahead.
to know everything, Lord, the Spirit on. Lord got Spirit on everything. This is Wisdom Solomon 12 and 1. For that incorruptible spirit is in all things.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Read that again. That's beautiful.
This Wisdom Solomon 12 and 1. For that incorruptible spirit is in all things.
It didn't say some things. In all things. Tom and Jerry. Oh, what's the other one?
Tweet.
Yeah, that.
No,
Why you count your
Why you counting all the road runners?
Looney Tunes, all that. That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Script, read it one more time. We ain't making this up, man. Hey, this is only for the serious-minded, man.
Yep.
This ain't for the
Right.
faint-hearted, man.
Right.
This is the high level of understanding. See, we going into certain things that gives you more understanding.
Right.
In order to give you understanding concerning high-level things, you have to simplify it. It had to be made simple for you, man.
You understand it.
Right.
Elmer Fudd and Buzz Bunny. The
All
Hunter.
that. And he was always running circles around the hunter.
Okay.
Because the hunter was slow,
Slow,
but
yeah.
everything was centered around his weapon.
You're chasing all down the Robin Hood.
But the bunny was witty.
Yeah.
He was witty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was witty, and you see the disparity. You see the extreme. How being witty far outweighs being carnal. Elmer Fudd looked so slow.
So slow.
Because he was just using the sword. But the bunny and his wits was running circles. He'll come up dressed another way and shit like a woman.
Like
He was just chasing the motherfucker. He'll come up and just run circles around him, man.
That's true.
Hey, he'll take down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Take him
Oh,
down that rabbit hole.
like, go that way.
I got a precept back there.
Yeah, come on.
Romans 8 and verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Right, and that goes back to Elmer Fudd go back to Jacob and Esau in a way. Because Jacob, he got the birthright by being witty, man. He ran a circle around Esau, man. You know what I mean? He ran a straight circle around. He said, look, man, okay, I'll cook this for you, but you gotta give me your birthright. Then even when you go into how he submitted the deal, when he went as far as making himself feel like Esau, man, that was wits, man. That was wisdom, man. And how about Shemaiah Shah was with that, man? Yeah, come on. So that was it on that. Come on, go back what you had.
Yeah, that's what Solomon 12:1. For thy incorruptible spirit is in all things.
So in all things, the Spirit of the Lord exists. That's why he's known as Yahweh, I am. So the Lord is not foreign to nothing that takes place on the planet Earth. So these cartoons, these different movies, that's why people looked at the Apostles' Creed because they put a lot of stock into a movie, or you might say, hey, just like the movie, and that'll throw a person off, that'll turn them off. Oh, I thought y'all was some scholars, man. You talking about entertainment, you talking about a movie, a sitcom. No, man, that Spirit of the Lord is in all things. And the Lord used when Yahweh Shah was walking on the field, what would he do? He'll say, consider the lilies of the field. Consider the fig tree. He'll look at something that was tangible, you know, and drive on a spiritual front. So that's what we do. But it's all done for edification's sake.
Right.
So you can look at it and say, you know what, that makes sense, man. I see what the scripture going. All right, come on, you got something?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 27.
Yeah.
For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Right, so that's the time we in. And that comes from meddling and snooping around. Straight up, when you go into, if you ever watched any of these shows dedicated to forensics, even some like First 48, in order for you to get to the bottom of something, you gotta snoop around. You can't just sit back on your heels and let them do what they want to do. You gotta snoop around, man. So the Spirit of your power, your how about Shemaiah Shah is on us to do that, man. You know? That's why, just like real quick, remember when the Pharisees, they had a problem with Yahweh Shah because they felt like he was coming to jeopize or compromise their seat. It was like, damn, this dude came and shed a light. It's like this dude came and put us on blast. Shit. You know what I mean? That's the spirit right there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because you say we melding it, because if you did meddle, they'll have no time to clean up the evidence, like they taking slavery out the history books. You know what I mean? So it's good to meddle in righteousness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to meddle in righteousness.
Great point.
You know?
Great point.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
like police knock on your door. Come on, you trying to splash all that?
Yeah.
Matter of time, they just kick you in the door.
Yeah.
You know, Shaq gonna kick you in the door on Esau, man.
Yeah, kind. You got
That thief.
Into the house.
Oh, well, that's the fugitive. Oh, and like through spirit, we brought that out through spirit. You know, this fugitive on the run, and these different camps is spiritual checkpoints. It's like roadblocks, checkpoints. You know, if you have a fugitive, he can't go nowhere. And the Lord have expanded those checkpoints. You can't go to London, you can't go to Hawaii, you can't go to Jamaica, you know what I mean?
Right.
No,
Everywhere,
no.
they go to brothers in Great Millstone. And a stone, when you consider all the other elements, like a branch or a tree, a stone is unmovable.
Right.
Real stone got no feelings, it's just down, man.
Right.
It's just down, man, ain't going nowhere. And then what happens if you running and you don't pay attention, you trip over. And what makes you madder than anything? You trip up over a stone, right? You gonna jump up cussing and
Some real quick, dog.
yep.
And then when you go into a millstone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a slow grind.
That's a slow grind.
Oh, real quick. And that goes, matter of fact, oh, that's bad. Go back to that word inquisition real quick.
Ooh.
Because a millstone is a slow grind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a slow grind, right? Now, first and foremost, if you're being interrogated, you want it to be old.
Yeah.
Damn, that ain't the last question. Here you go, 30 more minutes later. So again, let's revisit this. I asked you one more shot. It was 7:30. Oh, that's how you got to do it. So he said it was 11:30? No, he done fucked up, though. Why? Because he was persistent. It was a slow grind, man. Matter of fact, so we know that a millstone is a slow grind, right? Now let's go to this word,
Inquisition.
inquisition.
Yeah, inquisition again. It is a period of prolonged.
Oh, a period of prolonged. What?
A prolonged and intensive questioning or investigation.
Hey, you can deal with a 20, 30-minute investigation.
But 4 hours.
But, yeah, 7 hours, they coming back in there. So you said, right? You was well?
Again.
That's the spirit of the Lord put on us, man. You fucked up. You know you done fucked up, don't you? Esau, man.
Back, I got another one. It's one of the synonyms. It's his cross-examination.
Oh.
Because all things good to Esau being the wicked. Then we got the slave trade. They got Esau, he run the stock market. He the one that put hell on Jake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All roads lead back to Esau being the wicked.
That's good, huh?
To back you up, what you said about the stone is unremovable.
Okay.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24 and 27. And Joshua said unto all the people, behold, this stone shall be a witness unto us, for it hath heard all the words of the Lord, which he spake unto us. It shall be therefore a witness unto you, lest you deny your power.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah, that is.
You
I recorded this day and this. That's why when the edification come out, the Lord got the right to kill you then.
Right.
You know, as long as you ain't know no better, the Lord will wink at your father.
Right.
So once you know better, green light on.
No excuse.
And Esau really gonna be condemned because he got records.
Yeah.
Esau got the record books. They know we the Israelites. They seen Michael. They see chariots. They up there got NASA. They see chariots and shit. They fighting against chariots. Chariots riding by with the 12 tribe chart on the chariot and shit like that. They got pictures. They gonna be. That's why the scriptures say, blessed is he that who have not seen.
Right.
And believe.
Still believe.
Yeah, it is. We ain't got all that evidence, but we believe in Yahweh Shemel. These devils, the Lord allowed them. The Lord got them devils, man. He allowed them to get the technology to go out there and see that Yahweh shot the angels out there. And they still trying to come up against it, man.
I got a quick precept.
Yeah, get what you got.
This is John 15 and 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned. But now they have no cloak for their sin.
Right, yeah. That's the justice. That's the Lord is so beautiful for that. Because look, the Lord ain't gonna charge you for nothing that you don't know no better about. But what's scary is the Lord has allowed this truth to run its course throughout the whole planet Earth, man. So now nobody got an excuse. These rappers, everybody heard this truth. Right. Everybody heard this truth. Oh, that's why you got that nigga, Future. That nigga, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but all of these rap, they watching it. The rapper, NBA nigga probably on the coming board, man. I mean, you know, now the coming board, but just checking it out, you know. And now us checking one of the brothers, checking the apostles out or something. They, man, this is the highest level of entertainment to you niggas, man. The Hebrew Israelites. Especially here at Great Millstone. Okay? So you got something?
I got one.
Get what you got, yeah, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna go into this Matthew 25.
Okay. This is Second Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 39. It reads, "For it is hurtful to drink wine or water alone, and as wine mingled with water is pleasant, which are the wine what we're drinking and is water, is pleasant with all the scriptures in itself, being baptized in it, and delighteth the taste, even so speech, finely framed, Salaki, delighteth the ears of them that read the story, and here shall be the end."
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we're coming into.
Yeah, because this word it's pleasant to us. It delights the ears of us, but it's the scripture say that too about a sweet savor.
Sweet. Ooh, that's it.
But unto those who are destined to die, is a foul smell.
Oh,
Nevertheless, this truth has ran its course. It's out there, man.
man drinks are pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
The man drinks, well, it's the smell too of this ministry, man. This is pleasant, man, to us that believe.
Yep. So now let's get this Matthew 25 real quick.
25. The time you want to get the trend.
Let's go to the parable.
That's what I'm saying. It's at the top. But that one,
there you go.
Yeah. Matthew 25 and 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto the 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
Right, and meaning what? They can't shine their light because it's the oil. Oil is required, especially when you go into the ancient world. You got to have oil for that light to shine.
That's right.
You know. Go ahead up.
It says, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, while the bridegroom tarried. They all slumbered and slept.
Yeah, because it was a time where none of us didn't know this truth. You know.
Yep.
We had to be awakened. You know. Go ahead up.
And at midnight there was a cry made. Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him.
Yeah, go out to meet him. Go ahead, Rick.
Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps.
Right. Oh, now it said, and they trimmed their lamps. What does it mean to trim your lamp? What does it mean to trim your lamp? Read this part one more time, and we're going to examine this.
God, this is Matthew 25 and 7. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps.
And trim their lamps. Now, the got the definition for the word trim, and we're going to, through the spirit of power, how about Shema Shah, going to this. Go ahead. And we're going to prove, this is going to prove that what we do here at Great Millstone by constantly teaching is scriptural. So again, the scriptures say the wise trim their lamps. So this is the definition for the word trim. Go ahead.
In the Strong's G2885, Kasiyama, and the definition says to put in order, arrange.
Oh, it said to put in order, arrange. Go ahead.
Make ready.
Make ready.
Prepare.
Prepare. All right. So to trim your lamps is to prepare. Anybody can come up with that, right?
Having trouble connecting to the internet. Check your.
Anybody can say, okay, look up this word trim. Prepare. But what does it mean to prepare? Let's get it. Give me Ezra's. I think it's Ezra 7 and 10. Ezra's in the Bible 7 and 10. Because the scriptures say to trim your lamps is what? To prepare, right?
Preparation.
So let's see what it does it mean to prepare. Because everybody like to say you got to prepare for the Lord. Prepare for the Lord. Well, the scripture gonna show you how you prepare for the Lord. Come on.
Yeah, this is the book of Ezra, chapter 7 and 10. For Ezra had prepared his heart.
Hold up. So Ezra prepared his heart, but how did he prepare his heart? Read.
For Ezra had prepared his heart to seek the law of the Lord and to do it and to teach.
And to what?
And to teach.
And to teach.
In Israel.
See? Meaning what? When the scripture said trim your lamps, it translates to prepare, which prepare means to what? To teach, man. All right, go ahead.
Exodus 18 and 20, and thou shalt teach them ordinance of the laws, and shall shew them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do.
Come on.
Now, real quick, give me Jeremiah 30 and 24 real quick. Yeah, bring it up. Jeremiah 30 and 24. And get it in the blue letter too. Okay, Jeremiah 30 and 24.
It's 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 3. It says, but he that prophesied, speaking unto men unto edification and exhortation and comfort.
Edification and comfort, man. Which is to teach you. Okay? That's why somebody real quick, give me 1 Samuel 3 and 2 real quick. 1 Samuel 3 and 2. Then we're gonna go back over here. Jeremiah 30 and 24. Because this is another scripture in Isaiah, I forget exactly how it's worded, where the Lord says, what he requires of you, for you to teach every man his neighbor the truth. Type that up. You know what I'm talking about. Type that. Teach every man his neighbor the truth. See what come up.
1 Samuel 3 and 2.
3 and 2, bring that out.
Okay, this is our first.
Something called for
This is
it.
1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 2. And it came to pass at the time when
2 and 3, Salaki.
2 and 3.
1 Samuel 2 and 3, Salaki.
Alright, this is our 1 Samuel 2 and 3, and it reads, talk no more exceedingly proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth, for the Lord is a power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
So the Lord is a power of knowledge, meaning what pleases the Lord is teaching.
That's right.
You know? That dynamic between teacher and student captures the very essence of wisdom. You can't even get wisdom without a teacher.
That's right.
How could you be wise without that dynamic?
Like the scripture said, how do they know without a teacher?
Without a teacher.
Acts 8, yeah. That's it.
So that's why the Lord said he's a power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. You got something else?
I got a precept. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 18 and verse 29. They that were of understanding and sayings became also wise themselves, and poured forth exquisite parables.
Hey, give me 1 Timothy 4 and 16, I believe it is. 1 Timothy 4 and 16. I think we will say this. Give it to men that be able to teach others. That might not be it, but I still get that one right there too.
Continuing.
Now, if somebody call for somebody to get that.
This is the book of.
Did you find that one? The one we were talking about?
Yes, the book of Jeremiah.
Okay. 30.
30 and what was that?
2 Timothy 2 and 2.
30 and 24.
30 and 24.
Come.
Oh, you got it. Hold, you got it. Give me that 2 Timothy first. 2 and 2.
Yeah, this is the book of 2 Timothy 2 and verse 2. It says, in these things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also.
See? Able to teach others also.
That's it right
And when you teach, that's how you prepare yourself for your house shop. Do you know, do not the scripture say, looking into your house shop often finishes? I mean, we got to follow your house shop, right? The scripture say your house shop talk daily, man.
Right.
I got a quick precept.
Yep. Get what you got. Did y'all find that scripture? I said,
I couldn't find that in Isaiah. I can't find that.
You can't find that? I'll try to. Yeah, go ahead, do what you got.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 12 and verse 36.
Go ahead.
Thou hast been meet to know the secret of the highest. Therefore write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them and teach them to the wise of the people whose heart thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets.
Whoa, yeah. Read that again. Hey, go ahead, you break that down.
Yeah. Yeah, teach it to the wise of the people, man. The scripture says those that will understand is those who already have wisdom, man. All right, so the ones that he gave wisdom from the beginning is the elect, man. Those are the ones that has what it says, what the ear. Read it again.
It says, and write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them.
Yeah, the scriptures. All right, what the Spirit tell Daniel, what the Most High tell Daniel. All right, go ahead.
And teach them to the wise of the people,
The elect.
whose heart thou knowest may comprehend.
Yeah, so the whose mind, all right, the word heart goes back to the Hebrew word law, which means mind, which is their heart that shall comprehend, which is the eyes to see and the ears to hear, man. Go ahead.
And keep these secrets.
Yeah, and keep these secrets, man, which is the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man. But you got to have the eyesight, all right, the understanding, to receive these things, man. And those was given to the ones what the scripture says what? You gotta have wisdom to even roughly paraphrase it. You know what I'm talking about in the apocrypha? What I just said.
But the scripture say, teach those who are wise.
That's
That
it.
sounds like an
That's it.
oxymoron.
That's it.
Because how you gonna teach somebody that's already
Already wise.
That's
it.
going into the fact that
what I'm
you're
talking about.
predestined.
Exactly.
That's going to the fact.
That's
But
it.
in order for you to be wise, you gotta be.
That's
in
it.
order for you to get wisdom, you
That's
gotta
it.
be
You
wise.
wise already. That's it.
And that going to I think that's Proverbs 31,
Yeah, exactly.
where it says
Teach those who want already.
with the will you being accompanied with wisdom.
Mhm.
It says she consider a field and body. You know what I mean? So when you got wisdom, we got wisdom with us already.
Right.
It took wisdom to know that this is the truth.
Right.
Man, show you how bad your house about some outside, man.
Exactly where I'm coming from.
See what I'm saying?
If I may, though you once knew this.
Though you once knew this. That's beautiful. Huh? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Though you once knew this, meaning 2,000 some odd years ago, all right, and even further back, you already knew the truth, man. The Most High had predestinated you for you to know the truth. And when you woke up in these times of gross darkness, and when you heard it, because you had the gift of faith, there it was. Everything blossomed, man.
That's right.
Got some more.
And let you know that that's your house.
That's it. That meant
Yep. Because the Lord commanded us to teach. And we can get that. It tells you that in Matthew the 28th chapter, man.
That's it.
Right.
But Lord said, I command you to go out and teach all nations.
Right.
Now, let's get this right quick.
Yeah, this Zechariah 8:16.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things that ye shall do.
Oh, these are the things that ye shall do. Okay, go ahead.
Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor.
Come on, man. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor, man. Meaning, the RFID chip, the microchip, is the mark of the beast spoken of in Revelation 13 chapter. That's speaking every man the truth to his neighbor. See, that was it on that?
Yeah, it says execute the judgment. It's like I'm gonna start up. It says, speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor, execute the judgment of truth
Go back to
and
Jeremiah.
peace in your gates.
Woo, in your gates.
That's it.
Come on, man.
That's it.
Yep. All right, now come on, give me that Jeremiah 30 and 24.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and 24. It says, the fierce anger of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah shall not return until he have done it,
Right?
and until he have performed the intents of his heart.
Meaning when the Lord is determined to destroy America,
Right.
overthrow Esau, the Lord said he's going to do that, right? Go ahead.
Isaiah 53.
Go ahead.
It says, in the latter days ye shall consider it.
Now click on that word consider. It said in the latter day you shall consider it. While he looking up that, go to Daniel 12 and 10 in the blue letter, Baba Kashah. Daniel 12 and 10 in the blue letter. I just want to see what they say right here. It's almost like a hit or miss, but Daniel 12 and 10. All right, come on.
Okay. This is
That's the word for consider, because the Lord said in the latter days you shall what? Consider it. Now do this mean you're going to be sitting there like, we're going to see what that means, right?
the word consider in the Strong's H995. The definition says to discern,
Read.
understand,
Go ahead.
consider, to perceive, discern, to understand, know, with the mind, in parentheses, to observe, mark, give heed to, distinguish, consider, to have discernment, insight, understanding, to be discerning, intelligent,
Go ahead.
discreet, having understanding, to understand, to cause to understand, give, understand, teach.
So when the Lord said in the latter days you're going to consider this, in essence he said in the latter days you're going to teach this idea, man.
Yup, that's
This
it.
new idea. You know? Got more on that?
Yeah, it says, yep. It says to cause to understand, give understanding, teach.
Ooh.
We causing you to understand it. We thoroughly breaking the scriptures down. Go ahead.
It says to show
You got that dang-
oneself discerning or attentive, concerning diligently, to teach or to instruct.
Yeah, click on
All right,
it.
so-
Yeah, I think that is it.
As the definition says, to teach or instruct. Prudent regard.
Right. So to teach and instruct, okay? It's the
Yeah.
same, don't it? Now go to Daniel 12 and 10. I thought so. That's good. Call all y'all about
Call all
to
y'all about shout.
Now read Daniel 12 and 10.
Yeah, come this the book of Daniel 12 verse 10. It says, many shall be purified, and made white and tried.
Because that light.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand.
None of the wicked shall understand. Right? It's the same word, see that?
See?
But the wise shall understand.
But hold up, that's the same as the word consider. That's why you gotta really go and toil and everything. It's the same story.
Go deeper.
Yeah. Now go down to that definition and go down to the end of it, because we see it's the same definition, but hit the key words it'll be down toward the end of the definition.
Yeah, con. It says, understand. It says, I can read up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
It says to be discerning, intelligent, discreet,
Same thing.
have understanding,
Have understanding, go ahead.
to understand, to cause to understand.
And we causing you to that's trimming your lips.
Right.
Hey, go ahead.
It says give understanding.
Well,
and
give
teach.
understanding and teach. Give understanding and to teach. It's the same story.
That's right.
The Lord loveth none, but he that do will with wisdom, which is light. So in order for wisdom to be shed on you, the light to be shed on you, I gotta burn. If I'm a lamp, I gotta burn. So that light can be shed on you, meaning what to burn is to teach. You got
I
something?
got something going
Go
to
ahead.
right what we're talking about. This
We
is
gonna close up
Ecclesiastes
this.
27:12. If thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding.
Ooh.
And that word indiscreet goes into having, showing, or proceeding from too great a readiness to reveal things that
You cutting up, man.
Go ahead, Doc.
Cutting
Go
up.
ahead, Doc.
reveal things that should remain secret or private.
Woo!
Cutting up.
So
And with that, that's bad though. And that's what teaching to do. We revealing, we shedding light on, we bringing you out of the dark. You know, I know this might not be the most tasteful example, but like, again, if your broad cheating on you, if you're in the dark about it, and I tell you about it, I just shed light concerning that situation. Meaning what? I just revealed unto you a secret. You know?
Indiscreet.
And the Lord is discreet. And that's showing love.
That's showing love. That's
Don't kill the messenger.
Yeah, don't kill the message. And the true word.
That's showing.
The true word. You know? So, hey, hey, man. You got something else? You got some.
Man, hey.
Oh, go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit it up. Let's bring
It's too long.
That's it, 2 days.
It's gonna be 2 days.
Yeah. Well, hey, Lord willing, we might go and touch on
Lord
it another time.
willing.
Man. So, hey, with that, man, we hope you was edified. Lord willing, pray you was edified. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom, much due honors and respect to you brothers out there that's laboring in his work, as well as the believers, the Akim and the Akwaf, which will be the brothers and the sisters that subscribe to this truth. Until the next time, Shalom.
Shalom, DTA, Abba,
Demons
monsters.
Demons and monsters.
DOA.
Swift judge. Oh, yeah, good. You took your time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to pick them feet up.
Well, no, dude, I ain't think about it, because I'm telling you now.
I said.